Hi, this is a tutorial project for the wheel or caster assembly project for beginning drafting, Canyon View High School. Now we're going to be working today from a tutorial we got from Wasatch High School and Gary Roberts up there. It's written for SolidWorks, but we're going to be doing this in Inventor. We're going to begin and go through each part piece by piece. Today we're going to start with the first part being the bushing. Now the bushing we can do two ways. We're going to do it as a revolved, and it can also be done as a extruded part. So for this first piece, we're going to come in first and we're going to draw a line beginning at the central axis. That line will then change into a center line so that we can use it as our central axis point around which to revolve our piece in a minute. Next, we're going to make a box. From that box, we're going to actually draw a second box right on top of it. Those two boxes will be used to create the geometry we're going to need for this. Now, once I've got that, I'm going to go to my Modify, and I'm going to do some trimming. I'm going to remove that piece until I get this L-shaped piece that I want, that is the profile of my bushing. That's it right there. Now, once I have this, I need to assign a few dimensions. First, I need to make sure I've got my central dimension right, which is 0.75. That's for the axle to float through. The next dimension I need to make sure I have correct is the outside of the narrow end of the bushing, which is 1 inch. So we're going to tweak that. And then the overall dimension of the part, which is 1.375 or 1 3/8 of an inch. Once we have those three set, we will then control the lengths of this part. First off, this line right here should be exactly 1/4 of an inch. And the overall length of the object from one end to the other should be 0.75 inches or 3/4 of an inch. Now once I've got all that set, I've controlled all my dimensions. We're going to move it up into the middle so we can see what we're doing and take a good look at this. Do I have all of my dimensions correct? Yes. If I refer back to my drawing sheet that's on my table, it's correct too. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to finish the sketch. Now, all I have to do from here is go to the features or the model tools, use the revolve feature to revolve it around. Now the revolve literally spins around a central axis to create the shape. For this one, we're going to spin around that L-shaped piece we made around that central axis, which you can see in blue. So we're just going to click revolve, and because it's the only profile there, it automatically knows where the profile is, and that center line automatically becomes the central axis. I didn't click anything. Once that's done, if it is correct and it's a full revolve, I can simply hit the check mark here, and we're good to go. If I want to change that, I can actually change it to be a specified angle. I can drag it to a specified angle so we can see what we're doing there. But for this part, we do want it to be a full revolve, so I'm just going to change it back to full right here, and we're good. Once that's done, I hit the Enter key. There's my part. I will then save it under the correct location, which is Technical Drafting 1 or Drafting 1. Save it as Part 1, or in this case, I'm going to call it Castor Bushing 01, so I can keep them straight. There he is. Now, if I want to change his materials, I can at this point. I simply come over here to the caster. I right-click on it, go to its eye properties, and I can go into its physical properties and set a different material. In this case, it'd probably be like a, we'll give it a brass bushing. Apply that. Okay, there he is. That's all it takes. Now, we're going to go on to the next piece in a few minutes, but for now, we're going to save this and be done.